Right, welcome into Doodle Club. Hope you're doing well. I thought today what we'd do, because we're drawing rainbows all week, so I thought today what we'd do is we'll draw a rainbow puking up on some cute kawaii characters. Why not? Where else are you going to get that art lesson? I also thought it might be quite cool to do the puke then turning into rain. So like that's where rain comes from. It's puke from rainbows. Yeah, why not? These are the materials I'm going to use. First of all, I've got an Artgecko A5 sketchbook. I'm drawing quite small. If you're drawing bigger, have fatter pens. You will need a pencil because we are going to draw some just some basic shapes with a pencil. First, it's going to help us out with some basic lines. Then my usual setup look of like a super fat for colouring in, a 0.5 like a medium pen for just your regular outlines. And then a 0.1, we'll add some little details in with the 0.1 later, okay? So super fat, medium, small with our pens. Yeah, if you're working on an A4 sketchbook, maybe a Sharpie will do the job just as well. Did I say you'll need a pencil? Yeah, I think I did. I said you'd need a pencil. We've got a bunch of prompt cards in here, so we've got a ton of face cards. So we use them to help us draw the faces, and then I've got a ton of body cards as well, so we'll use them to help us draw the bodies down on the bottom of the page. Are you ready to get going? Let me zoom in just a little tiny bit more, and let's go and pick out a body card. So yeah, just before I go on to it, just before we start, the plan is right. A bunch of animals, little kawaii characters down here. Up the top, we're going to draw two clouds. They're both going to have faces, and then we're going to draw a rainbow that is going to have a face. And then out of that rainbow's face, there will be a little bit of puke, and then we can just scatter a load of droplets all over the place. Okay, so nice and easy. Let's get started. First prompt card is Gurkasaur, so let's go and draw Gurkasaur. Grab your 0.5, your medium pen. It's the main pen we're going to be using, and down the bottom here, right in the middle, let's go and draw a sausage shape, something like that. Nice and easy. Yeah, nothing too complicated. Double line it. You guys know by now that we double line everything we do. Double lines just makes the line wonky, and wonky lines, as long as they're consistent, wonky lines are much easier to draw and also look better as well. This Gurkasaur is from the zombie pack, so it's got one of the spines missing, but I'm going to draw that spine in today. So let's start off with a bouncy line right from the top. It's just going to get bigger and bigger as it goes down the page. Try and get it so that where you finish, you're like a half a spine or a quarter of a spine, so you're not mid-spine. You're not in that crack in between. Double line all of that. Don't forget those strong intersections, so where two lines join each other, hitting into each other. That part of the line is usually a little bit thicker because that's where the shadows live. Lovely. We've got that. Let's go and whip down to our thinner pen now. With your thinner pen, what we're going to do is add some little details to this. First thing we're going to do, let's flick the V's. You see in the spines at the back there, we've got some little V shapes. You just want to flick those off with that thin pen, so you get a nice tapered thin end to it. There you go, something like that. In fact, I'm not sure you can see that properly, so let me just get in a little bit closer. Look. There you go, little V's like that. And then we've also got, you see these little dashed lines all around the character. So leave a chunk of space for the face, but then go and put in some dashed lines. And this is just a way of building a little bit of texture on this character. Let's do one coming from the top there, look. And it's just a line of dashes, then move across, do another line of dashes. Move across, do another line of dashes. There we go, just so we've got some little pimples and dimples going on. Right, lovely. That's nice and quick as a body shape goes. That's why I like drawing Gurkasaur, because he's an easy character to draw. Let's go and pick a face for Gurkasaur. Straight away we're going in with probably one of the more complicated faces that we've got. My suggestion is we put the mouth in, then we stick in the three teeth, and then we just scatter as many eyes in as you can. Don't try and copy this perfectly, just go with what works. That's just an inspirational prompt card to give you a bit of an idea what to put in there. There we go. So let's go and put that face in. Remember that smile, that mouth is a wide capital H. It's got a bit of a smile to it as well. Stick it over this side a little bit more than than in the middle. There we go. Got a nice little smile coming out there. You see how that curvy smile just makes it look like the character is a little bit rounder as well. Go and stick 3 teeth in there. I'm putting 3 in. You can put in as many as you want. You can change these to be rounder, sharper, whatever you want. It doesn't matter too much. But let's go and put 3 teeth, or some teeth, on that mouth. That looks pretty good. Let's finish this one off with all those eyeballs. Now, my suggestion is always start off with like the big 3 eyeballs, and then scatter a few smaller ones all around the place. So start off with 3 big eyeballs, and then let's go and put in some smaller ones all around the edge. Now, even though we're using the thinner pen, we can still double line everything we do. I'd definitely recommend double lining still, even though it's a thinner pen. You want your whole piece of artwork to look nice and wonky. These wonky lines, as you draw them, you can draw them quite quick, because it doesn't matter if you make a bit of a mistake. And that speed that you're learning to draw will help you draw smoother lines as well. So it's worth doing. So wonk up everything. Now, pupils, we see we've got the pupils all looking down to the bottom right on this one. Because we're going to draw a puking rainbow above this character, I think we should do all the pupils looking upwards. So let's just switch that over. Do all the pupils looking upwards. Lovely. Maybe a little bit more texture in the body of this character. So if you want to put in some extra little dashes, let's just do 3 together like that. That'll do. That's one character down. Let's go and put another one in, shall we? Let me zoom out. There we go. One character down. Nice and easy. Artgecko is finished. We'll put that to the back of the pack. Next body card is it's a loose. I call this one the loose bounce. So go and grab your pencil. We're going to need a pencil for this one. I mean, you don't need a pencil for this one, but I think it's easier to draw this one if you've got a pencil. Okay. So let me show you why you'll need a pencil, because what we're going to do is whenever we draw these characters, we always have a bit of an overlap or a bit of an underlap, okay? So draw this next sausage shapelet and have it kind of going from there into that one's head. So it's just sitting behind it. You don't want it sitting just next to it, just sitting behind it. Gives a bit of depth to your artwork. Do that in pencil. Grab your 0.5. Then we're going to do the outside of the body with the 0.5, the medium pen that you're using. And all we're going to do is just do a bouncy line that just hits that pencil line all the way around. Start off with a half bounce, just there. And if you can, finish off with a half bounce as well. It's just going to make it look a lot tidier with a half bounce finish and a half bounce start. So when I get to that point, I'm now looking at this bit thinking, how many can I fit in there? Looks like I can probably fit in 2.5 there. So let's go 1, 2.5. That kind of looks all right. So you want to be making that decision just before you get to the end, so you can squeeze in extra or you can make them slightly bigger. Let's double line it. Anytime you've done a bouncy line, do the double lining. Try and do it on the outside as much as possible. Now what I like about loose bounce as a character is it's just so easy to draw. That's all there is to it. Let's go and add a little bit of texture though to this character. Normally I'd add texture and bits right at the end, but we're going to add it on the fly here. We're going to keep adding it as we're going, as we're drawing. So with your thinner pen, let's just go and throw in some little shadows. So the bottom half of each bounce, look, just a little line there. When you're doing pen work, this is how you add shadows, by just drawing little lines in. As you flip over to the other side, make sure your shadows flip over as well. Beautiful, nice, easy character. We can rub out that pencil line later. Let's go and find a face card, so we've got rid of that one. Next face card is There you go, something a little bit simpler. So go and grab your thin pen now. Because we're doing the detail in the face, I like to use a real thin pen for the detail in the face. So go grab your 0.1 or your thin pen. Let's zoom in and throw this face in. I would recommend doing the eyes first, because then you can position the mouth in between the eyes. I'm going to put the eyes over this side. Look, so there's one eye. Little circle for the eye, little circle for the reflection, and then colour that bit in black. Do the same on the other side. Little circle for the eye, little circle for the reflection on the same side. Colour the background in black, and we've got ourselves two nice little kawaii style eyes. One of the frequently occurring characteristics of kawaii style artwork is these little cheekbones. See how we're using hashtags in this one? You can use hashtags, quote marks, 3 little lines, hearts, skulls, circles, whatever you want. I'm going to go with what the prompt card says, which is just these little hashtags, just to give it a little bit of cuteness in the cheekbone there. Okay, for the mouth, we're going to draw a capital D that's fallen on its front. Go as big or as small as you want with this bit. Capital D, fallen on its front, like that. You could just leave it like that. That is a perfectly fine kawaii style mouth. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a whole set of teeth in by putting a line across the top. But I'm going to shift the tongue over to the other side, okay? Because the face is over on this side, the tongue will be coming from the back of the mouth, which is over here, and curving down like that. So I'm just switching that tongue over to the other side to make it all more realistic. Realistic seems a weird word to use. But it just scans better if you have that tongue coming out of that side. Now, if you remember, we said we're going to add the texture on the fly here, so let's go and do that. Let's go and put what about a little bottom lip in? Little curve down there for a bottom lip. What about some eyebrows? Stick in some eyebrows. You can either go sad, angry, normal, high, low, whatever you want. I'm going to go for some sad eyebrows, look. Like that. Like that. See how we're getting a little bit more emotion coming out of there? Just a little bit. Because this is a bouncy character, the character's called Loose Bounce. What we're going to do now is just add a few more bouncy bits all around the bottom part of this character. So just go and add these in. Look. Little double-ended flick-offs. Little blobs, little kind of capital C shapes. Flick off the ends as much as possible. Make that middle part a little bit fatter. Do some small ones, do some big ones. See how they all they are like C shapes, they're curly shapes, but all of those openings kind of face towards the mouth. That's kind of what you want. So throw in a load of those. Let's put one more down there. Yeah, that'll do. In fact, I might just go a little bit thicker with those eyebrows. Just so they show up a little bit more. There we go. Awesome. Okay, let's whack another one in. Let's get rid of that next. So we're done Loose Bounce. Next body card is we've got the bear. Dead easy one to do. Another sausage shape. Sausage, smaller sausage for the belly. And then these like little D shapes for the ears. Yeah, one big, one small. Nice and easy. Now we're going to go straight in with a pen on this one. So grab your 0.5 main pen you were using. Let's go and draw this character on the other side. Now you remember how we did the underlap or the overlap. So you're going to go from the edge here onto the head, just there. Now because we've got this spiny bit in here, this is going to make it a bit untidy. I'm going to go quite tall with my teddy character, my bear character, so I can put a face up here. Okay. So here we go. Let's go from about there. Look. So a little bit taller. Drop it off the page like that, straight in with a pen. Let's not muck about with a pencil. Go straight in with a pen. Now going straight in with a pen does mean you might make a few more mistakes along the way, but you'll get better quicker as well. Okay, so we've got that. That's our main bear shape. Let's start at the top, work our way down. Put the ears in. Big D, little d, double line it, same on the other side, outer ear, inner ear, double line it, make it wonky, strong intersections in there as well, make it all hold together like that. Then we've got this other little sausage shape coming out the bottom. This is going to be for the belly, so I think that's going to live around about here. And that'll do nicely. 3 characters. How are we doing? Yeah, we're doing great for time. We're doing great for time. We'll be able to stick another one in here, I think, and then we can draw some pukey rainbow. Let's get rid of that face. Next face card is... Oh, man. We've just done one like that, so I'm going to leave that one just there. If you want to draw that face card, you can. If not, you can draw this face card. There you go. So you got a choice. Go and grab your thin pen. Pick your favourite face. Go and draw it in. If you enjoy drawing, then go and draw this face card in, because that's more complicated. It's got loads in it. If, like me, you don't enjoy drawing, then go and draw this face in, because then you'll be finished nice and quick. Let's go and put in those. I'll zoom in just a little bit more, actually. I'm only joking, by the way. I do enjoy drawing. Drawing is my life. There you go. So we've got those two little curves, 2 little kind of wide U shapes for the eyes. Let's put those up quite high. Using the ears as a bit of a marker. Again, we've got that capital D shape that's fallen on its front for the mouth. Go as big or as small as you want. Like, even just putting that line there, that's a great looking little face. Just that look. 2 little curves and a line. You've got a nice kawaii style face. I am going to put in the full D shape though. Like that. Throw in the teeth again, a couple of D shapes for the teeth. Little gap in the middle because it looks better. Little tongue coming from the side. So another little curve, just 3 little curves in there. Go and colour the middle bit in black. The back of the mouth, colour the back of the mouth in black. There we go. Character finish. Let's finish off this character. Let's add a bit of texture. So main things I'm going to do to add texture are, let's go and put some little lines in the ears. Look, if anybody's colouring in, you might want to use a bit of colour in there instead of doing that. What about in this belly? I'm going to add some little lines in the belly as well. Just going across like this time. Well, no pun intended, but you'll have to bear with me here because it's going to take a while to get these little lines in. And look, you don't have to get these lines perfect. You see mine are wonky, mine are all over the place. Just go and throw them in. As long as you throw in enough wonky lines or enough dodgy lines, it'll be fine. Doesn't matter if you go outside the lines. Staying in the lines is for losers. Keep on going. Let's get to the bottom. There we go. Nice. A little bit boring still though. Maybe you can put in some little paws if you want to put in some paws. Maybe you can put in some fur. Watch this then. This is how you put in fur. Just little V shapes. Again, it's just flicking the V's. Look. Just flick those pens up. Let's put in some little V's in the head as well. Look. And we've got like a weird looking sausage bear. Okay, let's whack in one more character, one last character, then we'll have a little look to see how everybody's getting on. What I'll do as well for this last character is I'll throw in a few different prompt cards. You can pick your favourite or come up with your own. Totally up to you. There we go. So bear was our last one. So let me just chuck out a few different prompt cards. So we've got like type bounce. Remember how to do that? Pencil line, type bounce over the hitting the pencil line. Next one we've got is foot face. Remember, with foot face, it's just drawing that foot, as many toes as you want. Do dots in an oval so that you leave that space clear for the face, and then finish off by putting the rest of the dots outside that oval of dots. So you've got foot face and type bounce in there. What else have we got? We've got Pablo. Don't forget these bits at the top. They could be eyes, they could be ears. You know, mix it up. Do whatever you want. Last one we'll put in. Let's put in the merm. Halfway between a mouse and a worm. Got the big old mouse ears, but like the worm body as well. This one's really good. If you've only got a little tiny bit of space, this is a great character to put in, okay? So pick your favourite out of that. Go and grab your 0.5, your fatter pen, your medium pen, and let's go and put it in. Which one are we going to put in? So I think I'm going to put merm in because I haven't got a huge amount of space. I just want to stick in a little tiny character just there. So let's go and put that sausage shape in first. Remember to go high enough with the sausage that we've got enough space to put the face in as well. Okay, so up there, curve it around, bring it down. There we go, we've got enough space now to put the face in. Double line it, always double line, everything we do. We've got that, let's throw in some ears. Remember how we do the ears? Big D, little d. Same on the other side. Big D for the outer ear, little d for the inner ear, like that. Double line all of that, strong intersections where the ears join the side of the head, make that part of the line a little bit thicker. It's going to make your artwork look so much better. Finish this character off, a couple of little stripes. See these stripes? They've got a little bit of a curve to them. It just gives the character a little bit more shape. So let's put a curve up there because it goes from side to side so we can see how the curve will look. And then let's put a few more a little bit further down. You don't have to go with exactly what's on the prompt card here. Put the curves in wherever there's space. Beautiful. Everyone got the character in? I'm going to start pulling these away now. So that one's a nice easy one to draw. Get rid of that one. Foot face is easy. Let's get rid of foot face. We've just drawn the merm, so if you've drawn that, I'm sure you've finished. Let's make that disappear and let's put out some face cards. Yeah, face cards next. Again, I'll put out 4 face cards. You pick your favourite or use your own. Come up with your own face for our merm character. I'd suggest not doing anything too complicated because it's quite a tight little spot that we're going to put the face in there. First one is, oh wow, that straight away, that's what I'm going to use. Doesn't matter what else comes up because that's the perfect face for the merm. Just the one eye and a little tiny mouth. So you've got that one, or you can use like sleepy, kind of snoring. We've got like this tied eyes and the open mouth. Or you can use that one, which is just plain weird. Don't know why that's in the pack. What an awful face. You know, you use it. If you like it, you go for it. And then that one, look at that. That's a bit intense, yeah? There's nothing wrong with a little bit of intensity in your artwork. Absolutely spaced out, that one. That's like a cat on catnip. Pick one of the faces. Grab your thin pen. And go and throw your favourite face into the merm. Let's get in there. So I already said I'm going to do that eye because I think that one eyeball on its own is just going to look hilarious on here. So let's just go and put a massive eyeball in, double line it, make it fat and wonky. There's a lot to be said for fat and wonky. There you go. We've got then the little creases. Look, just flick out a little line either side, just to give it a little bit of a crease. Just a little flick that side, a little flick the other side. Only has to be a millimetre or two. Just makes it look like that eyeball is nestled in to the character. Again, with this one, look, we can choose where we put the pupil. So at the moment, it's kind of looking down. Let's have it looking up towards the puking rainbow. So let's go and put the pupil up there. Little circle with another little circle inside for the reflection. Colour the back in black. We've got that. And then a little grumpy little face, a little grumpy mouth. It's better to say grumpy smile. That doesn't make sense. A little bit of grumpiness going on in there. Stick with your thin pen. Let's go and add some texture in. So I'm going to go with some little lines in the ears. Same way as we did with the bear. And then maybe put some little lines in these stripes as well. Look. When people are looking at your art, their brains will reward them when they see certain things in your art. So if they see faces in your art, their brains will give them a little bit of a rush. If they see repeating patterns in your art, their brain will give them a little bit of a rush. So it's just a nice way of making your art more appealing to other people and to yourself as well, is by putting repeating patterns in and little faces. Let's put in some extra little bit of texture in the merm. What do you want to do? Put some fur in, some dimples, some oils, whatever you've done on these three. Maybe stick a few on there as well. I'm going to put a little bit of fur. Let's put some dimples in that bit. Lovely. What about some cheekbones? Nice. That's a good little start. A good little start for some cute little kawaii characters that we are about to go and puke all over. So let's do it. Halfway. We're halfway. Let's have a quick look, see how everybody else is getting on. So when you're ready, whip yourself into speaker view. Not speaker view, whip yourself into gallery view. Hold it up to screen. Let me have a quick look. This is a good opportunity for you to look at other people's artworks. It's not necessarily about you showing off yours. It's about looking at other people's and being inspired by theirs. Timothy T. Spider was up first. Look at this, looking great. You've gone for the intense face on foot face. That looks great. I love that, mate. Nice work, mate. Awesome stuff. Cheers, Timothy. Who was up next? Theo was up next. Let's have a look at yours, mate. Bring it in. Look at that. I love the way you've done the merm character just kind of coming in from the side there with one big ear and one small ear. Gives it a bit of, looks like something's going on there. It looks like he's picking on all the others. Nice work, mate. That's looking really good, Theo. Addy, how are you getting on, mate? You got merm. Merm looks like an elephant on the side there. That's fantastic. Yeah, I see it. I see it. Looks great. Well, you got a little smudge there as well. What are you going to put in that smudge? A little crown or something? I'm sure you can fix that. Whose is this now? Is this Dad or is this Lizzie? I don't know. It's Dad, is it? Hi, Dean. That's looking awesome, mate. Yeah, I love it. Green teeth. Why not? Yeah. Draw what you know. That's what I always say. And who's Lizzie? Is Lizzie there as well? Sorry, mate. No? Okay. No, I won't. Lizzie, why aren't you drawing? Don't walk away. Don't walk away. Right. Addy, that's your challenge for next week. Okay, mate? Want everybody in. Yeah. Jovi was up next. Look at that. Beautiful line work, Jovi. Nice little tiny overlaps. Eyes look great. The eyes look like snooker balls, the way they're sort of set into a triangle on that one in the middle. That's looking really good. Love the shocked face on the bouncy one as well. Awesome stuff. Cheers, Jovi. That looks good. Did I see yours, mate? Didn't see you. I don't think I did. Let's hold it up again. Hold it up. Look at that. That's looking awesome. I love the fact that you've got Merm being really, really tall, much taller than the rest. And we've got little earrings on as well, on that little bear. Yeah, why shouldn't a bear wear earrings? Awesome work. Cheers, Donut. Well done, mate. That's looking awesome. Okay, let's get on with it then. So back into speaker view, you lot. Back into speaker view. And what we're going to do now is we're going to draw two clouds. Two clouds. Then we're going to draw a rainbow, and that rainbow is going to be puking across the middle, okay? So yeah, whip yourself into speaker view and let's go. We'll start off with the two clouds. We don't need a pen for the. We don't need a pencil for the two clouds. We're going to go straight in with a pen. Now you want to draw these. This is the way I draw clouds. Let's get rid of this nonsense because this is distracting me. Right, how are we doing? Let's zoom in all the way, just above our characters. Now, what you got to remember is when we draw these two clouds, we are going to have like a big D shape going across the top for the rainbow, okay? So don't go too close to the top of the page with these clouds. We're going to draw this cloud over on this side first. Now, my favourite way of drawing a cloud is to draw one C shape over this side. So this is your 0.5 pen, one C shape over this side, like that. And then over here, another C shape, like that. Okay, this is my favourite way of drawing clouds. And then what we're going to do is we're going to join the bottom part of those C shapes together with a random bouncy line that's going to be relatively straight. Then we're going to do the top bit with a random bouncy line that's going to be relatively curvy. Okay, so the bottom bit, look, bouncy line, random bounces. What I mean by that is some big, some small, but it's got to be relatively straight. So like this, small one, let's do a big one and a couple of small ones in there. Like that. You see how it's relatively straight across there, yeah? Then when we do the bit across the top, we're going to do a bouncy line that goes across the top, but this time we're going to go a bit crazier with it, so try and have it at a bit more of a curve. So let's do a small one, big one, medium, small, medium, something like that, yeah? Just gives us a really nice shape for a cloud. Let's double line that. Whip around it one more time. Remember, it's a bouncy line, so you really want to double line on the outside. Main reason for double lining on the outside is because we've got these nice sharp points on the inside, and we don't want to get rid of them. We want to keep them as much as possible. Now in this cloud, we are just going to do standard kawaii face. So grab your thin pen. Standard kawaii face. What we'll do is over here, look. Little eye, little reflection, colour the back in black. Over on the other side, little eye, little reflection, colour that in black. We've got our two eyes in, yeah? For the mouth, let's keep the mouth nice and simple as well. Let's just do a little W. So right in the middle there, do a little W. How easy was that cloud? Now, if you don't want to draw a rainbow, you could just draw loads of clouds all over in that background. My suggestion would be the higher the cloud, the bigger the cloud. The lower the cloud, the smaller the cloud, if you're drawing just clouds. Okay, let's concentrate on the rainbow though. So let's go and do another cloud over this side. So remember how we did it? We did a C shape over on one side, and then we had a C shape over on the other side, like that. That's our starting point. We did a bouncy line across the bottom that was quite straight. Remember to keep it random, so try and do some big bounces and some small bounces in there. And then we did a bouncy line across the top that just got a bit out of hand, so it got a bit bigger up here, look. Like that. Double line it all. All the way around, double lining on the outside. There we go. Beautiful little cloud. Go and grab your thinner pen. Let's go and whack in some eyes. Remember how we did this side? Just those two standard kawaii style eyes. Nice little W in the middle. Eye there. Little reflection. Eye there. Little reflection. Colour that bit in black. W in the middle. Job done, nice and easy. Okay, are we ready now to do the rainbow? My suggestion is let's just grab our pencil. It's going to be a little bit easier if we put in some lines with a pencil first, okay? Mainly because we're going to have the puke coming out from the front, okay? So this is what we're going to do for the pencil lines. You're going to join with your pencil, you're going to join the edge of this rainbow, just on the inside edge of that rainbow to the edge of that rainbow with a great big curve. Like that. This is with your pencil, yeah? And let's just keep on doing that curve, bigger and bigger and bigger, until we get to the outside edge of the rainbow. Try and get about 6, maybe 7 lines in there. Don't worry about being neat. Don't worry about being particularly curvy. Now remember, these are just pencil lines. So if your pencil lines are in the wrong place, it doesn't matter as long as you put the pen lines in the right place. So don't stress about getting the pencil lines in the perfect position at this point. It really doesn't matter. Okay, one last pencil line. Let's go and put in, just over here somewhere, a great big massive capital D fallen on its front like that. Keep it inside the rainbow. Keep it inside the rainbow as much as you can there, yeah? Awesome, right, we've got all those lines in. Remember, those lines aren't particularly important. They're going to disappear later because we're going to rub them all out. Go and grab your pen, your 0.5, the main pen that you've been using for all of your characters. We're going to just draw in a little bit of puke first. So as we draw in this puke, okay, we're going to start just inside the D. We're going to drop it down. We're going to do a little kind of bit of a wavy line, and then we're going to come back up the other side and finish off just inside the D. If you can have it so that it kind of comes in and comes out inside the D, that's going to be perfect. So like this, look, just there, drops down. Up there, finishes on that side. See if you can do something similar to that. It doesn't have to be the same. Just whack in a couple of drips, a couple of 3 drips, finishing just inside the D shape on both sides. Let's go and double line that. Now, when you're drawing drips, look at artists like Buff Monster for how to draw drips. What Buff Monster does is, as he's drawing a drip, he makes the bottom part of that drip a little bit thicker. So double line this, make it wonky, but also be a little bit more strategic with your line work as well, by making the bottom parts of the drip a little bit thicker. Now what that does is it's creating the thickness of the line is creating a shadow. And it's just making it look like the drip is poking out a little bit further. That's the plan anyway. Okay, let's go and whack in the rest of the D shape. Now we're not going to do the curve in the middle there. We're just going to start on this side, go out, across, down the other way. Double line it. There we go. We've got a lovely mouth there with a little bit of puke dropping out. Let's go and put in some eyes. I'm going to go for 2 standard kawaii style eyes. My suggestion would be to have these eyes straddling a pencil line. You don't want them hitting the edge of a pencil line. Have them straddling. So for example, when I say straddling, I mean like that. So it's hitting right in the middle of the line. Let's do another eye over this side. Standard kawaii style, so we're going to put a little reflection in. These eyes are quite big, so you can put extra reflections in if you want. Colour it all in. Same on the other side, big old reflection, colour the rest in. How are we doing for time? We're doing great. Doing great for time. Okay, let's go and put the rest of the rainbow in. So you've got your rough idea of where your pencil lines are. So we're going to go and put those pencil lines in with ink. The only thing you need to remember is make sure you go behind the puke and behind the mouth when you do these lines. Okay, that's the only thing you really need to remember. But let's go and put in those lines now. Obviously double lining as you're going along. You can see I'm not getting too hung up about a wonky line. Not getting too hung up about making it a perfect arc, curve. I think a wonky rainbow looks much better. Let's keep on putting these lines in. Remember, your pencil lines are just guides. If your pencil line looks like it's slightly in the wrong place, so like just there, my pencil line was too close to the edge, so I just brought it in when I did it with a pen. Keep on going. This one's going to go through the eyes, look. And it'll be great to see you putting some rainbow colours in this rainbow as well. And remember, as you get down to this bit, don't go through the mouth. It's got to, this rainbow has got to go behind the mouth. It's the only reason we're putting these pencil lines in, so that we know we're confident that when that line goes behind the puke, we're confident it's coming out in the right place. And then obviously you just erase that line. Nobody's ever going to see the rest. Lovely. This is how our scene is looking at the moment. So let's go and whack in some extra drips now. Just with your fat pen still, let's just go and put in some little raindrops all over on this piece. Put in some big ones. Fill the big gaps with big raindrops first. There we go, just filling it with big raindrops. Let's put some over this side. Try not to have it too symmetrical. Once you've got the big raindrops in, go and put in some medium raindrops. So just find some spaces where you can put some medium raindrops in, so you're going a bit smaller. And then one last time with real tiny raindrops. Go crazy with these raindrops. Put them in wherever you can. Because they're only tiny, you can put loads in. I definitely think our pukey bit in the middle can do with having some extra little drips in, so let's put in some U-shapes. U-shapes like that, or maybe even a W shape. If you do a W shape, make sure you do one part of it bigger than the other, like that. Awesome. Right, that's looking good. Go and grab your small pen. We're going to just put a few little details from the small pen, and then we're pretty much going to wrap up. Okay, so small details with a small pen. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go into the eye. I'm going to put in some little bags underneath the eye, because this cloud is knackered. Maybe even put some cheekbones in. So yeah, put some little light cheekbones in. Maybe in with the rainbow, instead of colouring it in, we can just put some lines in, look. Following that curve round. Because we're using a thinner pen, it doesn't look like it's part of the shape of the character. It looks like it's part of the texture or the shading. But yeah, obviously if you're more inclined to put a bit of colour in, go and do that. It doesn't really matter. Let's do another stripe. I'm going to do, let's do this one, but with some bigger gaps in. That's all right. One more time. Again, bigger gaps so that we get done quicker. Some people like this, like Zentangle work, where they're doing loads and loads of lines. Get lost in your artwork. Good for them. I like to get it done a little bit quicker than that. What else can we do? This is like finishing off stage. So any kind of last minute bits that you want to add to yours, make yours a bit more unique to everybody else's, now's the time to do it. I'm going to use my thin pen to just chuck in loads of extra raindrops. So you see how we've got those fat raindrops in with a fat pen, and now we're going to put some thin raindrops in with a thin pen. Just gives it a bit more depth, our piece of artwork. Maybe a few extra drips as well in the mouth. Got a massive bit of space at the top of my sketchbook. So obviously for that I'm going to put a big old street art crown in. So I'm going to grab my 0.5, my 1.5 now. This is my fat pen. It's almost like a Sharpie kind of fatness. I'm going to use this a few times now. So let's go and put in a street art crown. Double line it, nice and wonky. Look at those points. Nothing is even there. It's all meant to be all over the place. Let's make it shine, look. Ink splats. Love an ink splat. Fake an ink splat all over the place. Ink splats are also very good if you have just accidentally smudged something somewhere. Just put a little ink splat on it and it will, it's a nice way of covering it over. See if I've got a rubber. I've got a rubber actually. Does it work? Yes it does. Let's just rub out that mouth. Just rubbing out some of the pencil lines now. Just so you can see the full glory of the rainbow puking. That's a pretty weird picture. Let's sign it and wrap up. I'm going to sign mine DMK down there in the bottom. There we go. We've made our own colouring in sheet as well. Okay, let's do it then. Let's see what everybody else has done with theirs. There is your rainbow puking on cute kawaii characters workshop all done. So yeah, no rush, we've got a couple of minutes, so if anybody wants to show their artwork, now's the time to whip it onto screen and I'll have a little look. I know we did whip through that last bit really quickly, so no problem. Who's that? Are you up there? Theo's up. We're going to see Theo's still going. Yeah, you carry on going, mate. This is my usual thing. What I do is I usually say, right, I'm finished, and then I just carry on drawing. Let's have a look at Theo's there, and that's looking amazing, mate. I love the way you've done the clouds. Absolutely in love with the eyes on the bigger cloud, where you can see you got to put the little line around it. It looks like they're really crying. That's brilliant, mate. Nice, awesome stuff. Cheers, Theo. That looks lovely. Well done, mate. Top work. Here we go. Look at Dean's. Look at that. That's amazing. Oh, we're coloured in the street art crown as well. Yeah, got to make that pop. Nice. I'll probably be colouring in the puke and the clouds as well with a bit of white. You've got loads to do there, mate. You've got another hour or two of drawing and colouring in to do. Oh well, Addy, you're going to have to cook tea. Right, who else? Timothy. Go on then, Timothy T. Spider. Let's have a look. What have you done? Boom, look at that. What's going on across the top there? We've got something like baseball bats or something like worms flying across the top. Worm, yeah, they are little worms, aren't they? They're fantastic. Oh, mate, I wish I'd left space on mine to do that. That looks really cool. Nice. That's looking really good, mate. Nice work. Cheers, Timothy. Well done. Donut, how did you get on with yours? We'll get some colours going in. Look at the umbrella. That's a great idea, mate. Little umbrella there being held up to shield the characters from the pukey rain. Yeah, good stuff. Wow, Donut, I didn't know you had 3 hands. That was cool. Right, well done, mate. Cheers, Daniel. That's awesome. Was that you, Timothy? Yeah, getting your hand in, yeah. Well done. Thank you. Yeah, I've seen yours, mate. I've seen yours, Timothy. Right, thank you. Let's have a quick look at Jovi's. Look at that. Immaculate line work as usual. Everything looks spot on. That little rainbow is good. Little tiny, tiny clouds in there as well. That's looking really nice, mate. Yeah, strong finish. Cheers, Jovi. Well done. All right, Chris, I'm hoping you'll stick yours in the group chat. I'll have a little look for that. Right, well done for taking part, everybody. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed that. Timothy T. Spider. We need to do a spider week, don't we? It's just got too many legs, too many eyes. I get bored. Maybe we could do a spider that's just got 2 legs and 2 eyes. I might think about that. Right, nice one. Thank you very much for taking part, everybody. I'm back again tomorrow at 6:30 for Colour Club. So if you fancy doing some more alcohol marker rainbows, join me then, okay? I'll see you same time tomorrow. Thanks a lot, everyone. See you later. Bye-bye. Cheers, guys. Bye. Cheerio.